Hello, how's everybody doing? Let me see here. Hold on. One moment, please. Let's see. Hey, you guys, if I can get thumbs ups, that would be fantastical. I'd greatly appreciate it. Oh, there's Jenny. Hi, my little Jen. My sweet little Jen. And Sunflower, I saw you, and Noelle and Allie P. I saw. Let's see, Sharon, Terry, lucky girl, sweet darling Lulu, Renee, hello, Cheryl Tyler. Sorry I'm on so late tonight, you guys. I had quite the day. I went to go see Mom. Hi, Marby. Mom's doing really well. Doing very, very well. I'm trying to get as much time as I can with her. Currently, the visitations are, you have to schedule an appointment online, and the visitations stop at 4. And like during the week, it's like I can't do it because of work. So I took the day off to go spend some time with her. It was only supposed to be a 15-minute long visitation, but I ended up spending like 3 hours with her. So that was really nice. It's out in the patio. You have to show proof of vaccination, have your temperature taken. And they said if you've been vaccinated, you're not required to wear a mask. But I'm like, nope, I ain't doing that. I'm wearing a mask everywhere I go, even though I've been vaccinated. You know what I mean? I don't want to be walking into a senior living facility breathing on people. You know what I mean? It just, even if I'm vaccinated with this whole Delta stuff, I don't even want to put people at risk, especially the elderly. So I kept my mask on. It was fine. I took Mom some apples and like only half a cup of grapes because I didn't want to spike her blood sugar. But she was very, very happy. I took her some little house shoes. What else? Some of the compression socks because she's diabetic. They were asking me to bring her compression socks. So I brought those in. I ordered her a new pair of shoes that'll get here Monday. So I'm going to try to get out there if I can, sneak out for a little bit and go take them to her on Tuesday because the shoes are supposed to be here Monday. And I'm hoping and praying that they'll fit. But she's really happy. She's in very good spirits. She's doing well. So it's nice to see her. I'm just trying to get as much time as I can because with this whole Delta thing, I'm not sure if they're going to put that place on complete and utter lockdown again or what they're going to do. And I'm not chancing it, you know? So that's that. That's a little bit about my day. And how's everybody else doing? Hope you don't mind while I'm setting out the tiles for this grand tableau. But doesn't she, Jenny? She said hello to you and Johnny, and she thanks you guys so very much for all the prayers and everything that you're sending her way and you sent her way when she was ill. She's so happy about that. So says she can't thank you enough. Let me see. I'm missing one. 8, 24, 21, 6, 26, 32, 30, 31, 14, 28, 4, 25, 1, 35, 12, 13. She is, Jenny. She is. She is. Like I was telling you on the text message, Jenny, She says she doesn't have a boyfriend, but there's that one gentleman that always brings her sugar-free candy. Mm-hmm. She's got a boyfriend. She just ain't telling me. She ain't telling me. She's playing coy. That's what mom's doing. And that's okay. I just give her shit about it. So we have a good laugh. I tell her not to be whoring around. And she's like, why not? And I was like, what are you talking about, Mom? I was like, I better not get any phone calls from the staff that they caught you in some man's room. And she's like, and why not? I was like, dear God. It's like, you trying to get kicked out of here? She's funny. She's real funny. So that's the story with Mama. Let me see, 33, 17, 15, and 2. And then 36, 29, 19, and 20. Oh, you know what I forgot? Let me go grab my cards. I know, right, Jenny? I don't have to worry about birth control. My mom's over there hoeing. Oh, God. What am I going to do, Jen? What am I going to do? That woman's driving me nuts. Let me see. Exactly, Deb, right? Oh, Lord. Oh, goodness. Everybody doing okay? Hanging in there? Having a nice time? Had a nice day? Getting ready for the weekend? Hi, Mary Lou. Hi, Teresa. And Linda Bishop. Let me see if I can get this in here. Okay. I think that's about right. Line of Fate won't fit in, but... Oh, hi, Peggy. Hello. How you doing? Yes, exactly, Jenny. When your parents become the teenagers, I'm telling you, this lady is gonna give me a heart attack. This is what you call karma. All the bad shit I did as a kid, now I got to take care of my mom, and I got to deal with her doing all the bad shit. It's like aging, but in reverse. Let me see. Hold on. Try to get this turned on and turn this off. Okay, hopefully that's better with the lighting. I'm telling you, Jenny, that's what it is. It's karma coming for me. Oh, Lord. Hi, Feisty and Spiritual Seeker. I know, right, Terry? Let her have her fun and her little boyfriends. Yep. Am I writing down her stories? No, I just filmed them on my phone. I filmed them on my phone, Pam. Thank you so much, Sunflower. Oh, I missed it, Mary Lou. All I see is to your mom, Becca. I missed the first part. Hi, Marianne. My mom, a good parole officer? No, I'm the one that got stuck with the parole officer, Jenny. It's me. I have the parole officer. Oh, Lord. I'm telling you, Jenny, though, somebody somewhere, I don't know if it's the ancestors or my parole officer or her parole officer, but girl, I'm telling you, I got her out of Florida in the nick of time. In the nick of time. Before the COVID, because I don't even want to think about what would have happened had she been left in Florida with all this stuff that's going on down there. It's bad. It's really bad. Hello, Spiritual Seeker. You know, every time I think about it, I'm like, oh my God, it was right on our tails, you know? So thank the Lord, the gods, the spirits, you know, whoever. Hey, Polywanda. The parole officer? Oh, Deb. Hi, Sherry. The parole officer. Yeah, it's not a real parole officer. Like, we got in trouble and got arrested and now we're like on parole. Not that. It's I don't like the term guide for some reason. I don't know. I have a weird thing about catchphrases and terminologies. So I tend to call mine the parole officer. Yeah, he's a bit of a hard ass. So I just call him my parole officer. So that's the story. The warden. Yep, Deb, that's who he is. Hey, T-Bird. How you doing? Exactly, Feisty. Exactly. See, Peggy? So every time you hear me talk about a parole officer, no, I have not been arrested. No, I do not have a criminal record. No, I am not on parole. It's just what I call the dude. So, yep. So everybody's doing good? Y'all hanging in there? Terry, was he my old boss? No, I don't think so. I think Johnny got in a reading once that he's been with me more than once. I think, if I remember correctly. Oh, you've moved and the packing has begun? Have fun with that, Sherry. Have fun with that. Hi, Impish. And I don't know if Good Vibes is here, but Good Vibes, if you're watching this later, my mom, again, sends you a million thanks so much for the little purse, the bag. She showed me what she keeps in it today. She keeps her like little lipsticks in the little pouch that you made with the button. She keeps her little lipsticks in there, and then she puts like little things inside the purse, like, you know, her sunglasses. She's got a book in there, and she just takes it with her downstairs when they're in like the communal rooms. So she's like, I love it. Hey, Yoda. She's like, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And everybody always asks me, where did I get it? Because it's so pretty. And I tell her, my daughter, one of her friends sent it. So, so yes, Good Vibes. A million thanks from my mom. She loves it. Thank you so much. So, yep. Yes, exactly, Sunflower. She doesn't have a boyfriend, but she's carrying lipstick around with her for the guy that gives her the candy. I see you, Mom. I see you. I know what you're doing. Oh, that sucks, Linda. Yeah, Yoda's in the house, everybody. So, yep. So I did this grand tableau on the 4th. I know I was sitting there. Oh, no, I didn't do it on the 4th. I did it on the 3rd, y'all. I wrote down the wrong date here. Pardon me while I fix this date. It was 8/3/21. I had written down the 4th. No, I didn't do this yesterday. I did it the day before. Actually, let me do this. Let me go into my YouTube community page and check the date there, because I want to make sure I got this right. So yeah, when I was over, Yoda called and Yoda talked to my mom. So Mom was really happy to speak to Yoda today. And then I called her cousin who lives in New Jersey so that they could talk. Yep, it was 2 days ago. I did it on the 3rd, according to my community post. it says posted 2 days ago. So I wrote down the wrong date. It should have been, the date I should have written down was the 3rd. So yeah, she got to talk to her cousin. She talked to Yoda. So Yoda's channel name, Sherry, is Reflections of My Shadow. Yeah, I know it's late over there, lucky girl. Sorry. I'm over here drinking coffee. That's what I got left in my cup because I had a busy day running around all over the place. Oh, thank you. Lucky girl just posted Yoda's channel up there, you guys. Yeah, it was a great visit, Allie. It was a great visit because it was only supposed to be, I think, 30 minutes, but like I said, we were sitting in the patio, so I just stayed for 3 hours. and I'm happy I didn't get kicked out. So yeah, mom's doing good. I was happy to see her. I wanted to hug her and kiss her, but I can't because of the COVID. And even though I'm masked up, it's like I don't want to chance it, you know? So I gave her an air kiss. How about that? I gave her an air kiss. Not the same, but you know. So anyways, back to the tableau. I think I've been yapping for 16 minutes. Need to shut my mouth. The Mark Meadows GT. I did it 2 days ago. I haven't had much time to look at it between work and a bunch of other crap going on. So I'm going to try to go over as much as I can. I have it in my notes with my chart, so we can look at it again. Let me see here 1 second. So in this tableau, which is for Mark Meadows, he's landing at the very top here. Good position. Has 6 rows ahead of him. The timeline set for this tableau is 1 year. So with that said, each column can be approximately 2 months to make up for the entire year because he's got 6 columns ahead. So that's how I'm going to read it. He's sitting up here in position 2, House of Clover. He only has 1 column behind his back and all this to go. So he's sitting well. And also he's on the very top of the tableau. Good position for him. Not that we want that. We want to see him under the bus, but he's sitting at the very top in control of pretty much everything. So he's sitting here with Fox immediately behind his back. Fox sits in house Writer. He's perhaps receiving news of investigations that are growing within those that were in the closest entourage, and the meetings that were had, how they established a goal in the meetings that were had for new success for them to steal something. He's anticipating news of that growing investigation. If this man is not already under investigation, which based by the position of this Fox, if he's not already, he soon will be. But with that sitting there, I'm thinking homeboy's already getting looked at. And by homeboy, I mean Meadows, okay? Right behind him, we're seeing that there was, if I read Fox as employment, there was a job that had come to an end, but he's very happy and satisfied, and he still remains loyal and committed to those that were closest to him. Also, another way to read these first 3 cards is he's being smart and conniving. He thinks he has a really good chance. And House sits on ship. So this could be something as simple as a family vacation. Okay? Just from these three. But from the looks of it, I'm thinking he's anticipating news from those that he still is friends with, that are close, very, very close to when he was in the administration, or those that are perhaps still in the house, if I read this literally, house, that were involved in an agreement. And he's getting the news from there of how this thing is going and how it's growing and spreading out. And what he can do to achieve whatever meetings he needs to go to, whatever negotiations need to be made for something new. Now, child sits in house coffin, a new ending and a new loss. Okay? He, right here, he sits in this position. This is his present line as of when I did this tableau on the 3rd. This right here could be that he is desiring a very important decision that is made by loyalists or friends for something to be successful in regards to a project that they're working on. It can also be friendships that he has and the decisions that those friends have made to hack into stuff that's electronic. Okay, so I don't know if this is in regards to the Arizona fraud that's going on over there. Another way to interpret this is that he's heartbroken, but there's a new way forward and success with a project that they're working on, because book stars sits in house book. So you have man in house clover, heart in house scythe, scythe right below it in house dog, and dog sits right in front of it. And then stars in house book. Another way to read that, a decision that he's desiring for his allies to make a decision, and success in a project, or success with some sort of a secret that they kept. Okay, but that secret comes to light, and the secret is slowly leaking out and coming to light. Book sits over here, and everything that is around it shows that it comes out, and the lie is found out. Okay, over here down this column, which is coming up soon within the next month to 2 months, because each column is 2 months. Something in the house, if we read this as house and not his family, something in the house is delayed, and there's a lot of arguments with the many, a lot of debate in courts around the abundance of mail and the abundance of results. You have whip, which sits in house tower, legal fights here, and then blocking fights here. So this could be the house is blocking something through legal fights in regards to the results of the many. Also, a family. This is also King of Hearts. So this could be a man that he's really, really close to. So perhaps Spanky is trying to delay something with a fight, because Mountain sits on whip right below it on tower. He's trying to delay something in the courts through legal fights and trying to block the house here for the results of business. So we could be looking at taxes here. Spanky fighting the house to get his taxes. That shows up in his next column. Next column is approximately 2 months each. This way, we're seeing that there's some problematic relationships here and growing distance for him, because ship sits in house man. Ring sits on house. Clouds sits on birds. Tree sits on garden. Ship sits on man. Another way to interpret that, those that conspired, the entourage that were in agreement, that had muddled meetings, or meetings to confuse and gaslight, causes problems in those relationships because there's something that is growing within the public and also the network itself, the people that were involved, the network, how widespread, and no, this is more like widespread. So the secrets here come out and and it becomes more widespread. Here it's more like it's growing, growing in the community. So you get to see more and more and more of perhaps all the tentacles of where this thing was involved. Give me 1 second, you guys. And then you got fish in-house letter. So we could be talking checks, something as simple as checks, checks in the mail, bills in the mail, an abundance of results, an abundance of mail. How else can I read this? Another way to interpret that. Doop, 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 doop. Let me see. What else did I say? Okay, I got that. I got this. Growing problems in relationships because of the network keeps growing. The network of people involved in the agreement and the meetings that were had that were muddled up. It's growing in the public. Okay, that's 2 columns ahead from him. So we could say 2 months here, 2 months here, approximately, give or take on either end. Give me 1 second, you guys. I'm looking something up real quick so I don't stumble on myself. And also, the tree tends to be very, very solid. So the solid network, but also a network of people, a congregation of people that is growing. And then here he travels right here on this column. So this is 2 months and this is another 2 months. So I would say between 3 to 4 months, he's on travel. He's traveling somewhere. This way, we're seeing that news of something that is growing. Also, quite possibly news of in regards to health because writer sits on tree. Book sits on child. A new project or a new secret or a small secret or a secret in regards to little people. And when I say little people, I'm talking like peanut butter people, okay? You have snake, which sits on mountain. So lying to delay, problems that cause obstacles, lies that obstruct. And then it is resolved and found out by a woman. Key sits on woman. She resolves it. So this way, news of a project to lie is discovered or found out. It's answered here. So this is 2, 4, 6. So about 5 to 6 months ahead, it goes this way. This column here, we're seeing that there has been something that is established here with anchor, sits on clouds. Whatever problems were there, they are persistent and it takes a while to get over. You have moon sitting on fox, the illumination of the investigation here. Also emotional manipulation, also creative cunning stuff that they're doing. The results here with letter sits on crossroads. Results of the election. Well, look what sits right behind it. Result of the election. Crossroads sits on mice. Mice sits right there. And we're going to get to this line here because it's pretty significant. There's results that come in about 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 columns ahead. So we could be looking at 7 to 8 months here. Because this is two months each. So there's something that is established, that becomes established that brings recognition to what was happening and trying to change the results of the election. You have letter sitting on crossroads, results of election, crossroads right behind it, results of the election, and then here's the change. Hey, Chrissy, how are you? So there's something here that that gets resolved around the efforts in that project that they were working on to overturn the results. Here you're seeing a meeting. Birds sits on snake. Lilies sits on bear. Crossroads sits on mice, and bear sits on sun. So you're seeing some long drawn out meetings, several of them, several meetings, and perhaps also meetings that, let me see. So we're in August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. Nope. Okay, that doesn't fit. There's something that comes out closer to the winter, though, here. We're going to hear something around the winter in regards to finances or power. The election being stolen here, and then finances. The finances come to light in this column, or his relationship to the finances and where it came from, how it was financed, comes to light. Financed what? Here, the rally. The rally and the finances sits on sun, which goes back to stars. Okay, and then you have new success that is dwindled away or eaten away, made smaller, because this is small, and this takes away. So it was a small success, but it's diminished, and there's only a little bit of luck left here. And then clover sits on moon. Now, this is the row that gets very, very interesting, because here you have loyalist. There's your weapons right there. The loyalist with weapons. Dog sits on house, storks. The loyalists that want to change what? The results of the election here and establish it. You have scythe that sits on dog. The friends that have the friends that are dangerous. Whip sits on tower. The friends that are dangerous that fought at a building, at an official building, and used weapons and attacked a capitol, an official building. Growing network. Lying to delay, to obstruct the results of the election, and then stolen here. There's something here under this card, because this sits on tower, where there is some sort of a legal fight in the courts coming up in this next column this way for him. So in about a month to 2 months right here. There's fights in regards to something that they desired was not achieved, and it's only causing more problems. What they're saying sows doubt and hesitation and confusion. You have heart in house scythe, heartbreak, or a passionate decision. Mountain sits on whip, delayed fighting, or fighting and repeated chronic obstacles and problems. And then, what do you call this? Cloud sits on birds. So meetings or whatever is said that sows confusion, hesitation, and doubt. Here you have the weapons, dangerous debates that grow. There's a threat here that grows, but it's in the courts and also in institutions. It has something to do with loyalists that are dangerous, that are very sharp, and they fight physically here with whip. And then down here, you're seeing a successful business venture that has to do with travel or journeying somewhere, but it involves him, a journey that he took or will be taking, because it lands ahead of him 2 columns. So that there's something here with people with weapons trying to overturn an election this way. Right here, you have tree, which sits on garden. Now, where is and it nights here. And it goes this way and this way. Okay. This way, this way, this way, this way. Okay. There may be something in discussion because you have clouds that sits on birds. There may be some sort of a discussion or a meeting either happening now or about to happen here coming up soon. Because if we follow him this way, there's new meetings up here that people are supposed to be going somewhere to visit because they're confused. And it's like persistent doubt. Persistent doubt. So there's something going on here where they could be planning a rally, and there's something about that rally where the network is growing and the people there may be going to protest, but there is a danger that these people could be weaponized here because it shows up ahead of him. I can't tell you when. Fox, let me check the book. It's 14 days, but he lands in house Rider, and Rider sits on tree. It could be, hold on, let me double check myself. I'm thinking like September 6th, September. It looks like around September, but let me double check myself here. Fox. What are you guys saying in the tableau or in the chat? I'm sorry. Let me see. Fox is, for timing, 14 days, 14th of the month. So it's like they're anticipating visitors around the 14 days or the 14th of a month, but it's looking like it's closer to next month, September, where he's anticipating the people to travel to this very important rally, and the network is growing because of something that's going on where they've sown enough doubt. There's a bunch of shit in the courts that they're fighting. There's something going in here in regards to breaking into, getting into electronic machinery that holds secrets or holds stuff that is classified. That comes to light. So this could be in regards to like the voting, but like the voting machines or something, but he's anticipating people 14 days or around the 14th of a month that these people are supposed to go meet somewhere, and he travels there, or he knows, but it shows that he travels. So, and it's looking like perhaps to meet at some sort of a party where there's a large gathering of people, and they go there to argue. They go to argue and fight. Whip sits on tower. Let me see what you guys are saying. I need to take a break. Let me get some coffee. Oh, is J-Lo here? Hi, J-Lo. Hey, Stephen, how are you, my dear? Hey, Freda. Damn it, YouTube. Damn you. Are you kidding me, Jen? Are you kidding me? September 18th on Twitter for anticipated next. Well, Fox, let me show you here. Hey, J-Lo, how are you, my dear? How you feeling? Doing good? Girl, those black tomatoes, honey, they're off the hook, J-Lo. They are off the freaking hook. I had to show my husband. He's like, oh, holy shit. And I was like, yeah, she told me black tomatoes. She wasn't joking. They're black tomatoes. I don't know if you can see that number, Jenny. That's 14. I just checked the book. 14 is 14 days or the 14th of the month. Well, it sits on House Rider. Writer is news. It's delivery. It's a visitor, covert visitor people around the 14th. So, and like I said, if he's not under investigation already, because that sits right behind him, it's right on his ass. Because it shows travel. And then you have house that sits on ship, and ship goes back to him. So the entourage. And then somehow, some way, shape, or form, he travels. Well, if I follow this up, he's linked to something in that entourage or with his family that is very troublesome. And it has to do with a very problematic meeting, or what is said at a meeting causes a great deal of confusion. And then there's a growing party. Tree sits on tree sits on garden. A growing party. This could be read as a health retreat, which I doubt it. A network that is growing. A network that is very solid network. And then travel here for him. But that fight shows up right here. And it goes down this column too. The suspicious visitors that desire a break, that are dangerous, go to fight at an institution, and they travel this way at that line of influence. That's how I linked him to that. Do you see that, Jenny? He is under investigation for campaign finance issues, Rita, because he's being investigated, but he's also being investigated for his link to the people that were in the entourage that were seeking to cause a change to the election. And that shows up here. Results, election stolen this way. And then here's these dangerous people this way. Let me see, is Jenny on here? Hi, Karen. How are you? How are you, Karen? Yes, I know. Yoda, dog sit on storks. They were wanting to change something. And Scythe sits on dog house. So they're mirroring here, and they're mirroring with what's underneath. Hey, Karen. Karen, I need to email you, my dear, because I was wanting to get together with you soon to do another live stream. And I was telling everybody I went to go see Mom today, and she's doing very, very well. She's doing very, very well, Karen. Oh, he used campaign funds for personal use. Did his campaign funds go for his family to travel as well? Yeah, Yoda, September 18th. Well, September is more like bouquet, because that's card number 9, which is, where is it? Right here. So it sits behind him. And then 18 is right here, dog. Me too, Marie. I'm so glad I got to see Mom as well. Yeah, Karen, I need to email you so that we can get together sometime when you're available, because I know our time, you're ahead of me. You're in the future. So, and I've been meaning to, I'm sorry, I've just been crazy busy. So if you would like to get together and do a reading, that would be fabulous. Oh, Karen, I also wanted to tell you, remember that Grand Tableau that you helped me with? way back when about the sexual abuse and all that stuff with the guy that you helped me with a few months ago. Well, that's all coming to pass, my dear. It took months, like we both kind of thought it would because of where the lilies was. But yeah, it's all just now picking up. So I wanted to thank you so much for helping me with that tableau. And if you guys don't know, Karin is freaking fantastic. She's like a walking encyclopedia when it comes to the Lennies and the Grand Tableaus. I learn a lot from her. Hey, Chris, how are you? The August 13th stuff? It ain't gonna happen. The Trump's being reinstated August 13th? Yeah, not gonna happen. Marianne, yes. Karin is T. Oh, Lucky Girl has the link right there. Tea with Karin. She does teacup readings. She does tea card readings. She's fabulous. Oh, the goalpost was moved to September? Well, watch out, because September's looking like a bumpy ride and shit hitting the fan. Because there's a fight here in the courts that has to do with people with weapons and a growing network of people in a party or at a rally lying about the results of the election and stolen. Yeah, do you remember that Grand Tableau, Karin? Well, it's all coming to pass now. It's all coming to pass now. But remember, Anchor landed on man, and it was followed by Cross. He's digging his feet in. He is digging his feet in. It looks like they're going to have to extract him out of there, which kind of makes sense because it was Scythe on Storks and Storks on Scythe. They both mirrored each other. Are you kidding me, J-Lo? Gang Green wants a shot at running for president? Oh, Karin, I got you, girl. I got you, because I learned so much from you. I'm like, give me more, Karin. Give me more. What else can you teach me? I'm all for it. I'm all for it, Karin. Yeah, J-Lo's saying Gang Green wants to run for president. Oh, dear God. What, the fuzz? Mother Earth, is he talking about the fuzz? He went on, it wasn't OANN, it was that other one, where he showed a screenshot and it was just black. And he's like, there's the evidence. And I'm like, oh my God, this guy did way too much crack in his life because it's clearly fried his brain. Oh, Karin. Well, I'm still wanting to do that if you're okay with it. Sherry, Gang Green is Marjorie Taylor Greene. We call her Gang Green because she looks like she's got gangrene of the brain. Desrat, he's smoking something, man, because he's done lost his mind. Oh, Karin, this GT is about this man up here. It's about this man up here. Can you see it clearly, Karin? I know the line of fate isn't on there, but I'm leaving that to the last. What do you see in this GT, Karin? Because he's sitting pretty good, and his corners look good. But this stuff right here in the middle is bad, 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 bad. Bad, bad. Yes, Chris, he's flying with kites. He smoked his MAGA hat. You guys are ridiculous. You guys are ridiculous. Ridiculous. Let me see. I'm going to try to keep an eye out for Karen, because it's always great to have an extra set of eyes, because I tend to get lost in the details and I forget to step back and look at the big picture. Let me see. Okay. So this one here. Let me see. This one here shows that by him traveling, there's a significant improvement to his finances this way. And perhaps some sort of an agreement that he had for gifts. I'll just put it that way. And those also come to light, because it's also something that is very widespread in regards to business, as well as quite possibly paper money, checks. And it had to do with him traveling and his access to improve his financial luck this way. But it comes to light because this sits on Moon, and Bear sits on Sun, and Stork sits on Lilies. So there's something here where he may have traveled and loads of money, like loads and loads and loads of money, through agreements that were made or contracts that he was in. Could be property as well, because house is also property. And he's got it right next to him, and he's got ring and house. House. And then you got bouquet and house, ring. So there could be something there about his closeness or unity around property, and also family. But he's profited from it significantly this way on this bottom row. Hey, Prairie, how are you? Let me see. Did Karen reply yet? If she's on her phone, I know it might take it a bit. Okay, let me see. Oh, okay. Let me scroll up, because I think I missed it. God damn it. Of course, this thing is being messy home life. Joy coming to a close. He's trying to charm his way through a difficult situation. He will fall flat on his ass as someone will release some devious stuff. Right here. And this here. And this here. Right, Karen? Hold on. I'm going to take your message and I'm going to copy it and put it on a quick little word thing here. Or pages, as it's known in Mac world. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can scroll down now. Oh, you're just looking at what's around him? Yeah. I mean, it's shit, girl. It's just shit. Position 2. Yeah. He sits on Clover. And then he's got Heart right here on Scythe, and Scythe right beneath it. And then he's got Mountain here. But it all leaks out here with stars on book. It all leaks out there. Now, Karen, I have a question for you. A committee of people, that would be represented by the garden, right? Yes, Tower is in the line of fate. Tower's in his line of fate, Karen. So a committee would be a group of people? Well, look at what he's got on his line of fate. I don't think this is a special committee. I think that this is an established committee that's part of the institution, because you have, and I had even written it here. You guys can see my little notes. House Oversight Committee on Line of Fate, and then I put a question mark. Why? Because you have cross that sits on key. You have woman sitting on fish. But tower sits on anchor. And then garden sits back on cross. So a woman that has some very heavy responsibility, but she's part of something in an institution that is well established. And then, let me see, where does this land? This is over it. Key is over it here. Let me see if I can, hold on, Karen. Let me put this in the cards because it'll be easier to see. Because this doesn't look like it's special. It looks like it's another committee that's made up of a larger body. It's not special. So let me show you, Karen. I got that. Where's woman? Woman, and then she's got tower. Tower's also longevity, correct, Karen? Something that has longevity. Tower. Where the hell is the tower? Tower. Yes. See, this is not something special. This is something that's a permanent fixture in government. That's why I was thinking like house oversight or something. But it doesn't look like he gets a referral. It looks like it goes here. Garden. Let me see. Garden. Garden. And then over it, you've got, where's the key? Where's the key? Let me show you like this. Hopefully you can see it. Key is here. And then storks goes over garden. Storks goes over the garden. Ship goes over the woman. And then fish goes over the cross. Let me find the fishy fish. So this one here, Karen, this is the line of fate. And this is what sits. Okay, you see it as career or business as that is. Wait, what do you see as career or business? The fish? Or the tower, Karen? The tower? Okay. Well, I'm looking at this as this is a woman that has very heavy responsibility, but she's part of the something institutional, and she's very important in that institution. But this is a committee of people here with Garden that oversees the public. It's a permanent fixture in government. It's not something that's temporary. It's permanent. Does that make sense? Am I reading that right? Hey, Diane. So I don't think this goes to the special committee. I think this goes to oversight because this is established. It's not Pelosi. It's a committee of people that is established in government. It's been there a long time. It's part of the institution, and they oversee here and here over the community, over the public. And it's very important. They have access to stuff. I'm waiting to see if I see Miss Karen replying. Okay. That's what I thought, Karen, because this is not temporary. This is like it's fixed here. And it's very important. And they overlook and oversee the community, the public. And it's a burdened woman in public office as well. That's part of her career, but she's like the boss there. She oversees the many in that committee. And it's a large body of people. It's not like 6 or 7. It's a large body of people. And from where he sits, Karen, I was thinking, since he's up here, he nights over here to dogs. I'm thinking he's feeling very comfortable. If I don't look at this, he's feeling rather comfortable because he's got allies that sit here in the line of fate. He's got allies that sit here, but the allies are also guilty. If that makes sense what I'm saying. Because in this committee, there's people here that he thinks he can reach to for help, but those people are also involved and they're guilty as well. Let's see. I'm waiting for see what Miss Karen has to say. That shows up over here, Diana. There's the phone call way over there. And if each column is 2 months, that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 8 to 10 months, maybe. If I look at each column individually as a month. Let me see what Karen's. His central 4 cards. Heart of the matter, clouds, bird, book, child, tree, garden, snake, mountain. Discussions that may not be very clear, conversations and something that is hidden that may be small. But someone very immature. Whatever this is will blow out of control and become public. Devious people behind the scenes and even within his own structure. That's what I'm saying, Karen. I talked about that in the heart of the issue. Because it's like he gets a referral. He becomes referred to this committee. If I follow this line here, there's a referral, several referrals to this committee that takes on the burden, that has the responsibility. And all of this ends up blowing up in his face. But it's almost like he feels like he's sitting pretty because he's got friends that sit in this committee. Does that make sense? That also had decisions, and they were also involved in the betrayal to steal the election this way. And they were also trying to change the results of the election this way. But it looks like, and even when I looked at the corners, I'm like, man, this guy really thinks he's going to get out of this unscathed. But this right here, it's like, it might look pretty on the surface, but that shit's about to blow up in his face. I would read his line, though, as he is appearing to sit pretty, but may be nervous about something difficult being exposed. Well, it gets exposed here and here. Right? Bye, Chrissy. Oh, you're talking about this line where he's nervous about something being exposed? Oh, you're talking about this line up here. Oh, nervousness with birds. Okay. Oh, Karen, that chain is ridiculous. Let me tell you. Hold on. Let me tell you how many cards are here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. 29 cards in that chain. So let me pull. Man. Clover. This is where I would also layer the charms over. Okay, let me go get the charms, but let me pull this one first, Karin, because it's ridiculous. The other day I had a chain that was 35 cards long. So I was one short of the entire tableau. I was like, what the hell? What am I doing? So let me see here. Fox. Rider. Tree. Garden. Cross. Key. Woman. Sorry, guys, I'm not looking at the chat right now. I'm trying to pull the chain. Fish. Letter. Crossroads. Mice. Heart and scythe. Heart. Scythe. Dog. Storks. Lilies. Bear and sun. Stars. Book. Child. Coffin. Bouquet. Ring. House. And ship. Yeah. So this is the first part of the chain, Karin. It goes man, clover, moon, fox, rider, tree, garden, cross, and key. From there, let me see if you can still see that. This is the other. I ran out of room, Karin, so this is the best I can do. Okay. From there, it goes woman, fish, letter, crossroads, mice, heart, scythe, dog, storks, and lilies. And then the rest of the chain is bear, sun, stars, book, child, coffin, bouquet, ring, house, and ship. Hey, Pramali. The book is insane. I'm on page 300. I should have finished it already, but I've been like super busy with the I Alone Can Fix It book, you guys. I'm regretting getting the digital copy and not getting the hardback. I think I'll wait for it to come out on paperback before I get it because I don't want to spend like $30 on a book. I'm on page 342. And we just got to the part where this is what's on page 342. And I took a picture of this and I sent it to Johnny and Jenny. Giuliani had just finished a bizarre news conference in the asphalt parking lot of Four Seasons total landscaping in Northeast Philadelphia, near a crematorium and a sex shop, Fantasy Island adult bookstore, where he had trumpeted baseless claims of widespread voter fraud. Who remembers that, you guys? The book is insane. It's insane. It's a super easy read, though. It's like 585 pages long, and I'm only 58% the way through. Who remembers that episode, you guys? Lord, what a disaster it was. That was before he did the press briefing where his hair dye was melting off his head, right? Yeah, that came later. That one came later. Oh my God. That book is good, you guys. It's really good. I mean, not that anybody wants to relive the nightmare, but all the behind the scenes stuff is in there, and I'm surprised. Oh, I'm surprised we're all still like alive and he didn't kill us all. Marie, you read that porn book in 3 hours? My grandma read that book. I was like, Grandma! She's like, I was curious. I was like, what the hell? I haven't even read that book. What are you doing reading porn, Grandma? Oh my God. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. What a mess. What a mess. Lord have mercy. Hold on, let me get my charms. My little charms. Okay. Have them here labeled. And I gotta dig for them. Give me 1 second. Yep, got the charms. Okay, has Karen answered yet? Because that's a pretty long chain to go through. Oh, Mother Earth. All kinds of messed up stuff about him. All sorts of, oh my God. Oh my God is all I can say. That's why I'm saying, because I got the digital copy, it's like, damn it, I wish I would have just forked over the money on the hardback, because yep, business, trade, and commerce, but also transitions too, right, Karen? transfers, transitions. But to answer about Mark Meadows' Mother Earth, it's bad. It's bad. Oh, you're going to have sirloin steak, Marie? Okay, Karen, so what are you getting from this, my dear? What are you getting from this? Because I was fine until I hit right about here. And then when I got to there, I was like, wait, what is this? Because when I read this, I was looking like, okay, he's taking a risk and a gamble, you know, like he thinks he's gonna come out of this thing okay, but there's something that grows inside of some sort of a committee that goes to this important woman that oversees a large group of people, the many, and referrals and results of wanting to steal an election, and then there's heartbreak here. And perhaps the plot itself here with Fox, to how they were going to steal the elections between the allies that were trying to change something, that were trying to change the results of this thing. And then the lilies there kind of threw me off. There's something here about like a large, small closures affecting joy. Child coffin flowers. So, okay. So Karen, I was reading this as like a power grab, but also finances, like loads of finances with Bear, Sun, and Stars. Perhaps some sort of a project that was supposed to bring in large amounts of financing. Karen, just tell me what you see, girlfriend, because I saw this and I was like, oh, holy shit, what is this saying? What is this saying? I can see trying to steal the election right here. That's clear as day. And something happens with him where it ends up on this woman's shoulders. And she sits from the line of fate. She's on a very important committee. She's like the boss. Did you guys lose sound? Am I... Can you all hear me? Oh, okay. No, it's not Letitia. No, this is This is a person that sits on board a permanent committee that oversees everything. It's not Nancy. It's a woman that sits on board a committee that is permanent and it oversees everybody. And I put it here because I thought House oversight. But it's a woman that sits on that board that shoulders all the responsibility, and she's the boss of that. No, Lady Fish letter paths. Lady involved with money and paperwork. Yes, committee, but split in decision making. Okay, split in the decision making. Okay. What else you getting, Karen? No, it's not Ways and Means. This has nothing to do with... No, not Kamala. She's on a committee, you guys. It's a woman on a committee that's a permanent fixture. It's not temporary. It's not the vice president. It's not the Supreme Court. It's not... No. She sits on board a committee. And she's the one that runs the committee. It's a woman that runs a committee. But it's a committee that oversees the public. Hold on. I wrote on my notes. Let me see. House Oversight Committee members. Here, let me go on the Google machine. Ranking member, House Oversight. Let me give you all. Hold on here. You know who sits? Paths, Mice, Heart. Scattered People and Emotions. Okay, Scattered People and Emotions. The Congressional Oversight Committee. And you know who's a ranking member? The chairwoman? Caroline Maloney, a Democrat of New York. I'm telling you, it's I don't know if it's her. I'm just seeing that it's a woman. She's on board a committee that oversees the public. And she's the one that has the responsibility. It could be her, but I'm interpreting this as a large committee that's not special. It's not temporary. It's permanent. So, but he's got allies in that committee as well. And they're all running around scatterbrained and crazy because they're all involved in changing the results of the election to steal it. But he's got allies there. He's got, you know what? Let me see who's on that oversight committee. Hold on. It says chairwoman is Caroline Maloney. The ranking member is James Comer from Kentucky. Democratic members, Eleanor Norton, Stephen Lynch, Jim Cooper, Gerald Connolly, Raja Krishnamurthy, Jamie Raskin, Ro Khanna, Kwesi Mfume, AOC's on there, Rashida Tlaib, Katie Porter, Corey Bush, Danny Davis, Debbie Wasserman-Schultz, Peter Welch, Hank Johnson, John Sarbanes, Jackie Spear, Robin Kelly, Brenda Lawrence, Mark DeSaulnier, Jimmy Gomez, Ayanna Pressley, and Mike Quigley. Those are the Democrats. Let me see here. Oh, let's look at the Republican members. Jim Jordan, Paul Gosar, Virginia Fox, Jody Heiss, Glenn Grothman, Michael Cloud, Bob Giggs, Clay Higgins, Ralph Norman, Fred Keller, Andy Biggs, Brian Donalds, Nancy Mace, Yvette Harrell, Jake LaTurner, Pat Fallon, Andrew Clyde, Scott Franklin. He's got allies there. He's got allies there. And like Karen was saying, they're split and they're all like crazy brained right now. And they're shitting their pants with mice. They're fucking shitting their pants. Because of this, results, election stolen. And there's the allies there. Karen, what does Appropriations Committee do? Because this one oversees the public. Bye, Stephen. Did I miss a comment from Karen when I was Googling the Googler? Did I miss my Karen? My sweet, sweet Karen. Scattered People and Emotions. That's the chain. Oh, I'm sorry, Karen. I was looking up because I was on the Google machine looking something up and I couldn't pay attention to the comments because I was on the Google. Dirty. Dirty, dirty, dirty. Dirty, dirty, dirty. His shit comes out though. Oh, they're selling it for $17.99. Okay, because I saw it today at the hardcover. I saw it today at Target, and it was 30% off, so it was like $18.99. And I was like, just finish reading the electronic one before I go, spending money. But I did buy another book that I'm very excited to read. Not a Happy Family. This one I think is an adult suspense novel, so I'm excited to read that one. It is responsible for this has nothing to do with J-Lo. It doesn't have to do with money. No, this is one that oversees because of how this sits on the line of fate. They oversee the community. They have a higher view of the community. Does that make sense? On top of the community. So I'm thinking oversight, simply because Storks is always on top of something. From Tower, you have a broader viewpoint. And Storks sits above Garden. They are on top of the public. They see from on top of the public. So I'm thinking it's oversight. But he's got allies there. And then this portion of the tableau where it's ring, house, and ship is throwing me off. I don't know, y'all. He thinks he's sitting pretty, but the shit hits the fan. When? I don't know. Because it's right. Let me do it this way so I don't miss the chain and I don't have to go back and dig for it. 1, 5, 20, 30. Becca Yoda said, what's that? What? That is end of chain. I don't think it's real estate deals overseas. I don't think so because it's so far from mice. Ringhouse ship, something committed and or valuable that he may think is secure is leaving him. That's what I was thinking, Karen, because I don't think it's property. I don't think it's in relation to property. I think it has like the entourage, those that are like that he's closest to. And with house is also security, and it's distancing. Yeah, no, it's not property. It's like his closest little circle, the people he rolls with. It's kind of like rats jumping ship. Every man for himself. House and ship together is something to do with business affairs. Well, he's got ship that lands back on his house, and he's got fish here too. On this line down here, Karen. I don't know if that's straight. Where he made a huge loads of money. But it came through that little entourage of people. Because I followed Ring. Ring goes bouquet on ring, and then ring goes back to house. Business affairs with like those that were in that little circle of people, if I'm interpreting that correctly. Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. How house is a small circle of business affairs. Karen, this line down here, I'm interpreting this as he profited. Him and a small circle of friends profited either through property or that tiny little circle, because it was almost like business affairs, yes, but business affairs that comes through and with those that you are closest to. Yeah, family involved business, because house sits on ship and then ship goes back to him. So it's like and then he's got fish right here. Like he profited somehow and made loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of money this way from a business. And whatever he was trying to keep secret, because it looks like they were trying to keep that secret, it comes out. Dodgy money deals. That's what Karen's saying. But it comes out this way though, right, Karen? Because here it's showing that it gets exposed this way. And it's huge loads of money. Like jackpot sort of money. Like you just won the lotto. Mm-mm-mm. Karen, I was trying to... Okay, so I thought about 14 days or the 14th of the month here with Fox. That there's going to be some sort of a meeting where the people are going to be fighting at a building, official government building, about people that had weapons that may be institutionalized. And then they were telling me in the comments section that, yes, there's a planned protest rally scheduled for September 18th for the people that are in jail right now because they had a violent insurrection. And I'm seeing that right here. But I'm trying to... Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Hi, Virgo. Trying to figure out, though, because if these are 2 months each, I'm trying to see when this whole situation kind of blows up in his face. because this is 2 months and then another 2 months. That's 4. So 4 to 8. No, 4 to 6 for this in the center. Because it just shows this just blows up. This whole thing blows up. From timing, count roughly card spaces from him. What do you mean? Because I'm trying to do this for a year. So this would be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So if this is the stuff that he's trying to keep hidden right at the heart of the tableau, Karen, and here it shows that it comes out here, it comes out here, it comes out here, it comes out here. Roughly about when will this explode? Because if this is 2, then this is 4 and this is 6. Well, you can always watch the replay, Chris. Sorry. I can come on when I can come on. Hang on, I'll text you a drawing. Oh, okay. Because I'm trying to figure out when this whole thing blows up. Because he was also either in meetings when there was a phone call being had, or he was on the phone or listening to that conversation, and that conversation was to lie about the results and change it. So he's probably tied up with the whole mess with Arizona and Georgia and everywhere else where phone calls were made to change the results in this way. So that's I'm seeing that way over here. King of Spades. So this would be an older person that's in a position of power. Perhaps that oversees elections here. A phone call that was made to this person for the elections because they had the power to make it successful. And because it's bird sits on snake, the call was to lie. The call was to lie. The results of the election, stolen, changed here. So bird sits on snake. Snake is number 7. There could have been 7 phone calls, 7 meetings, 7 places that they called. He was either on the phone, listening on the phone, or was somewhere in that vicinity because it shows that meeting right there. And that's coming up ahead this way. Negotiating the results that were shorted, diminished, or stolen. That phone call was classified and confidential, but it came out this way anyways. Knights here, knights here, knights here. I just see legal disputes here. Within the timeline set here, I don't see prison. I don't see handcuffs. I just see a lot of problems in court. A lot of problems in court. And it just grows and grows and grows as the evidence. This woman piles up the evidence. It just gets piled up because Key sits back on her. Let me see. Karen just texted me something. Let me get my phone. Hold on. Okay. Ooh. So, oh, okay. Now I'm, okay. Hold on. So around October, November, Karen, because if this is his present, these are each 2 months. So yeah, this would be because this would be because this is supposed to be a year. So September, October, November, December, January, February, right? Because if this is August. Oh, September. Oh, October, November. I see what you're saying. I get it. I get it. So around October, November timeframe. Damn. Okay. Thank you so much. I get it now. Damn. Marie Sutton is saying Zoe Lofgren. She chairs the CHA committee. What's CHA? CHA that oversees elections, among other things. What's CHA? Hold on, you guys. Got to step. What did I do? Let me step out for a second. I gotta take this. I'll be right back. So, but I gotta take this real quick. Un momento, por favor. Sorry, guys. I'm back. Got some text messages and stuff from the lovely Miss Karen. I had to step out and take a good listen. So thank you so much, Karen. You are a rock star. So we're looking at October, November. And then January, quite possibly, is when we could hear more about the meetings that he attended, or the phone calls or the meetings that were had with several conservatives here in regards to the power and then changing the results of the election and stealing it this way. Letter nights here. It's almost like an official referral to this, whatever this committee is. If I follow it up this way, it's a committee that oversees the public, that has, perhaps may have something to do with mail or the ballots for the elections, because it sits on House, letter sits on Crossroads, so the results of the election. But it's a committee that's permanent. It's not special. It's very, 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 very important, and it oversees the public. Let me see. This guy's really delusional. I mean, he is absolutely delusional, because it's like he thinks he's going to come out of this unscathed and his reputation's still going to be intact. No, sir. No, sir. Uh-uh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, look at where he is, Mother Earth. He's all the way up here. And then his corners are really, really good. He's got Fox, Child, Clover, and Bouquet. He thinks he's got it in the bag, and he's going to just sneak out of this one and come out pretty and shiny until this right here blows up in his face. Because it's showing stars sits on book. Book is up here. It shows that it comes out. The betrayals come out, and the results of that betrayal and everything they did, growing the lie, the big lie, growing and growing and growing and growing, and it comes out this way. He thinks he's lucky because everybody around him, that he's within his innermost circle, we're all in agreement to do the same thing. Those people, he feels, have his back, because it's kind of like they're all in agreement to do the same thing. And that's why he thinks he's getting out of this unscathed until this comes out. The heart of this tableau until it comes out. Because it's those that are closest to him, and those that are closest to him working, if I read Fox's work, working together to block, delay, obstruct, fight it in the government and in the courts, put an end to it. Because he's got Dog close by, his allies, and then he's got House right here, those closest to him, and they're all in agreement. ring sits on House, and House is right before it. They're all in agreement to reach the same goal. They were all in on it. They met about it. They talked about it. They discussed it. That's how he thinks he's getting out of this. Because he thinks he's got enough alliances industrial fan size, Marie. Yeah. Put it on high, girlfriend. Put it on high, because it's going to be shit flying all over the place. Yeah, that's what it's looking like. But I'm curious to see when this comes out. If this has to do with that meeting, it's a meeting to lie and to betray. And they called several of these people. Several of them to steal the election. Mice, Crossroads sits on mice to steal it, to take away from what? Mice is here. Mice takes away from this. This sits on mice, and then letter sits on Crossroads. Take away ballots, take away votes, take away mail, take away from the results. And there's a crap ton of money involved through personal business ventures, and those closest to him that were involved in business ventures as well. What's funny though, what is funny is that campaigning, rallying shows up in the line of fate on the House of Cross. And I can only see the two cards above it. But it shows an upgrade in finances. But it shows that campaign, or that those rallies, it's not blackmail. Those rallies themselves, they're suffering. They're going through some things, as all of them are about to. But he's traveling in this month. So this is September, where those people are going to be arguing at a building or something about people that are armed this way, that may be isolated and fighting with the law. This next column in October, it shows him traveling somewhere. Where is he traveling to? Where are you going? Where are you going? Traveling, not running, traveling. What is CHA, Marie Sutton? What is CHA? Impish. He ripped off his congressional funds to help his wife's friend get his old seat, and is in bed with creationist in Colorado. Shady land deal. That could be it. Committee on House Administration is charged with oversight of federal elections and day-to-day operations of the House of Representatives. Is there a woman that chairs that PJB, because it shows that there's a woman that sits on that board, and it's like she's the head of it. She's the one that gets the answer. She's the one that has access to stuff. But she bears responsibility there. Zoe Lofgren. So it is a woman. Who is that? Let me see. Hold on. I got to go to the Google machine, you guys. Give me a second. Zoe Lofgren. Oh, her! She was in the first impeachment, wasn't she? Was she in the... She looks familiar. She was on the first impeachment? Oh, I'm going to write that down, y'all. At CHA committee, Zoe Lofgren. She was on the impeachment committee? Okay. So maybe it's her, because this is the committee, follow it up, overseas, on top of something. Results with letter, but letter sits on Crossroads right next to it. The results of elections that way. So you guys could be right, because I was only looking at these four. And I was seeing that it was not something that was temporary. It's a larger body of people. It's not a small group. It's a larger body. How many people are on that committee? How many people are on that CHA committee? Let me see. I'm gonna try to Google that in the Google machine. Where's my phone? So I can see the chat. CHA House Committee members 2020. Let me see. It's the Committee on House Administration. Where's the members? God damn it. Members. Jamie Raskins, J.K. Butterfield, Pete Aguilar. Okay, let me see. Teresa, Zoe Lofgren, Rodney Davis. Oh, Republicans is Barry Loudermilk and Brian Steen. Jamie Raskins, J.K. Butterfield, Pete Aguilar, Mary Gay Scanlon, Teresa Leger Fernandez. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 members. She was also appointed to the Select Commission. Oh, good riddance, Marie Henson. Zoe Lofgren is also on the special commission. Yeah. But this says Committee on House Administration. Let me see. Hold on. What does committee... Oh, there it is. The Committee on House Administration is charged with the oversight of federal elections and the day-to-day operations of the House of Representatives. Ooh. 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 Well, you're going to get a date with that girl. You gonna get a date with that girl. Because it goes to him, ring, and then her. You guys can't see that when I try to get these two to talk together. And there's a blank space right here where my finger's pointing. Right here, that there's nothing there. So there looks like there gets to be some sort of an agreement between these two. That comes from the house, because this ring sits on house. And then he has to go visit and talk. But the talking is a lie, because he's trying to cover this up. But it comes out this way. But like I said, if he's not already under investigation, he should be, or he will be soon. But I'm thinking he's already there, because he's got this sitting right behind him. So they're already looking at him. Because he sits on Clover, and then Clover goes to Moon. It's like he gets fame, or he gets some sort of recognition around this whole little thing here. And then with that little thing that's planned for these people with weapons that go and they're fighting at a proper building, at a federal building, a legal building, he may travel over there for that. But I mean, I'm only seeing that if I box this in. Loyal man, argumentative, very confused and troublesome here. So I've been on for 2 hours. I got the notes. We can look at this again, but it's looking like, and I want to thank KARIN again for helping me out with this. October, November for this to become central issue. And then it comes out here. Because he's linked to the whole thing. He is linked. So him to here, he's got some sort of an agreement here for a date to go upon this established committee because of ongoing persistent problems, but it comes out to the public. And then here down this column, it shows that he gets a referral. He gets several referrals that makes him shit his pants. Also, quite possibly, because these 2 nights, subpoenas, records, mail, voicemails, memos, anything handwritten, emails, voicemails this way, mail that was delivered, invitations and subpoenas, memos, official memos coming out of some official department or something like that. But the lies get exposed here by her, and then they get exposed here. sits on 35. Where is 35? 6. King of Clubs. He's linked to a very problematic person that's male. And that person, when they speak, they're confused. They may have a health issue here where they may have been transported to hospital. Perhaps something pulmonary with clouds, but this person has trouble learning, has trouble understanding. This person lies quite a bit here. And when I follow it back up, birds, sits on snake, lies. This person is committed to a project to grow a lie. This person was trying to obstruct and fight with government, and then these people showed up. I'm thinking this is Trump. And he also travels here to see this person and talk to them. King of Clubs. There's a woman here. There's a woman here. Snake on mountain. Snake on mountain. This person may have some sort of, may, but this is coming up. So I'm trying to, and they go to talk too. Okay. This person had knowledge of what was coming. They knew what was up, and they had heard. They knew what was in the plan. Liar. Liar, liar, liar. Pants on fire. This person had to do with messaging in the elections. Media figure or PR person of some sort this way. Skinny, lanky. Perhaps a smoker or looks like a smoker. Let me see. I don't know who she is. This person. Woman here, woman here. Man. Okay, hold on. This person. Tall, looks like a dancer, or could be a dancer. Graceful. Blonde hair. Social. Looking to elevate themselves socially. An executive of some sort, or has a lot of money. But she had something to do with the campaign or a rally, or where funds came into from an organization where a lot of money came into from people. But she's got issues with the courts. She's going to be in court for a while. This woman here, she's tied up in court. And it's connected to this man. So I'm thinking this is Ivanka. She shows up here. subpoena for her too. This could be another woman as well. Let's see here. Sits on mice. Mice is next to her. Okay. Let me see. Media. She's in the media. Stressed out, very stressed. Blonde here with the sun. Green eyes or blue eyes. Probably more green here with clover. Okay. Lots and lots and lots and lots of money. She old money. Old money with this person. There's something about her lineage that's regal. With bear here, old money, but it could come from food because it sits on bear. Lily sits on bear. Bear's right below her. But she's corrupt and also nervous, anxious, worried. And if I follow it this way, nervous as well. If I read this as a person, these are younger people, but it looks like they're linked to these loyalists that are dangerous and attacked. This could be a man, King of Diamonds. Argumentative and suffering. Critical and biting. Also likes to be a celebrity, but may have an addiction to drinking and suffers from that this way. And this person traveled as well. I'm wondering if this is, and with whip over his head, sex and addictions. Addictions to drinking, sex. Here on a movie, I'm wondering if this is Giuliani. Oh, hold on. Somebody just texted me something. Un momento, por favor. Oh, Johnny just texted me. Johnny, are you in the chat? Are you lurking in the shadows? Oh, damn it. I can't get this to... Johnny, I can't get this to load. Hold on. My phone's been doing that lately, too, and it's pissing me off. Give me 1 second, Johnny. Hold on. I'm on the Google machine, guys. I can't read the comments. Oh, boy, this is a long article. Directly participating in a scheme to pressure the Justice Department to investigate baseless election frauds. The timeline also describes a parallel tract reportedly created by Meadows and Rudy Giuliani, and Meadows' repeated involvement in Donald Trump and Trump's campaign shut the front door. The House Committee on Oversight and Reform sent Meadows a request to appear for a transcribed interview several weeks ago. The evidence below raises, among other questions, whether Congress should coordinate with the Justice Department so as not to tread on any potential criminal investigation, whether the House and Senate committees investigate these matters should make a criminal referral to the Justice Department in the course of their oversight work, and why there is no indication that the Justice Department has started such a criminal investigation on its own initiative. Notably, Meadows would have difficulty resisting a subpoena to appear before a grand jury than he would a request or subpoena to appear before Congress. Also significant, Meadows may have great legal exposure than others involved because he presumably understood well when Attorney General William Barr and others informed him that the allegations of widespread election fraud were without any foundation. 9 highlights from the timeline below. Okay. Meadows and Giuliani created a parallel track. Okay. Johnny, if you're watching this and you're lurking in the shadows, which I think you are, hold on, I had to open this on the Google. I was thinking this was Giuliani because he's got whip over his head. Addictions to drinking. Here, this person suffers. This person traveled overseas. He was on a movie, Celebrity, here. And then something sexual here. This would be like porn or sex on the internet. So I was thinking this is Giuliani. Okay, let me go back over here to read the thing. Hold on. Oops, wrong button. Okay, Trump campaign staff followed up on Meadows' theory that tens of thousands of illegal aliens voted in Arizona. 3, Meadows introduced President Trump to DOJ official Jeffrey Clark, who was plotting to oust the acting attorney general and use the Justice Department to overturn election results in Georgia. 4, Meadows expressed upset, along with Trump, in response to Attorney General Barr's having told the Associated Press there was no election fraud that could have affected the outcome in the election. 5, Meadows made a surprise visit to Georgia. Shut the front door right now. He made a surprise visit to Georgia where he met the Secretary of State's lead election investigator. Trump called her the next day on Meadows' suggestion. In the call, urged her to find fraud in Fulton. Well, earlier I had said the meeting, he was either on the phone or whatever. Well, looks like he traveled. Okay. All right. Okay, hold on. That was 5. Okay, 6. Meadows arranged and participated in the call in which right there. Meadows arranged and participated in the call in which Trump asked Georgia Secretary of State Raffensperger to quote, find 11,780 votes. And during the call, Meadows asked the Georgia officials to share voting data, even after they told him they could not because it was protected by law. Holy shit. Number 7. In several communications with the Justice Department, in violation of White House and DOJ contact policies, Meadows pressured the department to investigate baseless allegations of election fraud. Number 8, then acting Secretary of Defense's Chief of Staff, Kash Patel, says he spoke to Meadows nonstop on January 6th. 9, in his final days in office, Trump hoped to issue a preemptive pardon for Giuliani and possibly himself. Wow. In his final days in office, Trump hoped to issue a preemptive pardon for Meadows, Giuliani, and possibly himself. Wow. Okay, let me finish reading this article that Johnny sent. Timeline. On November 9th, oh shit, this article is long. Here, I'm going to post this in the hold on, let me go back over here. This is the article that Johnny just sent, I guess Johnny's lurking in the shadows. And I pinned it, hopefully. Yeah, there's that article right there that Johnny just sent. It's on, let me see, justsecurity.org. That's where he got it. Damn, yo. Damn, Johnny. But holy shit. So I was thinking this was Giuliani. I don't know who this is. This is a woman, tall and lanky. And she had something to do with a campaign or something, but she gets hauled in as well. And since this is mail, it's like, mail's coming for you, buddy. And then all the friends and allies shit their pants. Shit their pants. But see, September, October, November. So the heart of this is October, November. December, January. There's something that comes out in January about a meeting or a phone call. About a meeting or a phone call to steal this thing. There's something that comes out about that there. Oh, I'm sorry, lucky girl. Should I get off? I'm sorry. I know it's late. It's 11:20 here. So it's probably super late where everybody else is at. Damn. Oh, that's a good idea. Hold on. Let me put it there. Let me put it on the community tab. 1 second. You know what's weird though? Okay, like I'm only on page 300 and something of that I Alone Can Fix It book. And I just passed the crematorium. Rudy by the porn shop, crematorium, whatever. And it's talking about on the night when they were counting votes, Rudy Giuliani was smashed. I mean, smashed. And he kept telling people, just say that you won, just say that you won, just say that you won. And him and Rudy got into a fight because he's like, you can't just say that you won, you know? So they got into a big old fight. Oh, his wife would be here. But because of where she sits to him, not a good marriage. And if you look at his home and family life, that's screwed. And then the affair with his wife, look at that. That's all screwed too. So not a good home and family life, not a good marriage. They're far from each other here, and here it shows problems. Yeah, I alone can fuck it up. Seriously. That book is crazy. Hold on. I was telling Johnny that I couldn't figure out why this person was showing up, which before he sent me the text, I was thinking this could have been Rudy because it shows addictions, traveling, something sexual, perhaps on film that he became famous for. So why is he showing up there? Why is he showing up there? Here it shows family business. Successful family business. But if I read this as a person, if I read that as a person in relation to him, that raises a question. Hey, Rondell, how are you? I was saying that earlier that this is Trump because of the way that it lands in close relation. And when I followed the chain and stuff, this is Trump. I don't know who this is. This is a woman. Well, this is a woman. I described her earlier. Liar, lies to media, lies about results and mail. This woman here has loads of money and she oversees a campaign or something like that. Very social. And when I was looking at that, I had done this one earlier when I figured out this was Trump. Because it's whatever he says that's very confusing. He sows doubt with his words. He's a liar. Because this sits on birds, bird sits on snake. He's involved with him in some sort of a project that revolves around secrecy, and it's a new project as well. But they're close in proximity here, and they're in agreement. They share the same desires, him and this person, which is Spanky. Now, from reading that article, which I want to say thanks to Johnny again, I'm wondering what card I should look at to see if he gave a pardon. Because his corners are good. They're good. He sneaks out of something because he's got a small win that was gifted. And then this in the heart of the tableau is saying shit hits the fan when all this comes out. But the corners are saying he got gifted something from an agreement. So I'm wondering if a pardon would be here with letter. Because if it's this, it sits on crossroads. It's got storks underneath it in lilies. It's got bear sitting in sun, letter sitting, or key sitting in woman, Snake sits on mountain. Crossroads sits on mice. Book sits on child. Moon sits on fox. Lily sits on bear. I'm wondering... Well, according to that article that Johnny sent me, it says... Let me go back up here. In his final days in office, Trump hoped to issue a preemptive pardon for Meadows, Giuliani, and possibly himself. Presidents can issue, to my understanding, and I think we've discussed this before, they can issue pardons to whoever they want, and they don't have to disclose it. It's not written in law that you have to disclose pardons. So I'm wondering if it's letter. If it's letter. Because a pardon is something that is written, correct? This is letter knights here to Tower. Official. Here, it says that it's very troublesome. Here, it says that it comes to light. And it comes to light because it's a secret that gets revealed this way. Letter sits on crossroads. When I knight it here to sun, sun sits on stars, accolades, rewards. Stars sits on book, secrets. Book sits on child, new or small. Delivery of mail. Delivering mail 8765. And 5 sits here in garden. There may also this way and this way. If I read tree is health, what sits above it is clouds, airborne, lungs, chronic. Cloud sits on birds. That's the throat. That's so if I go this way, I'm wondering if he also gets investigated for his link or any work that he did with a group of people in regards to something health related that came from abroad, but it shows up 4 columns ahead this way. Or 2 columns ahead of him, I'm sorry. Comes out this way. But see, now Johnny's got me scratching my head. Asthma or bronchitis. Yeah. So I'm wondering if this is COVID. So let me ask you something, Karen. You see the corners here? I got fox, child, clover, and bouquet. Do the corners have the fine? Well, outside of the fate, do the corners overrule the heart of the tableau? Because the corners were saying he sneaks out of this thing and comes out sitting pretty. But the heart of the tableau is saying he's screwed. Let me see, what did Karen say? Your four corners are an outline. The heart of the matter is the central core issue. Okay. So the outline. Because Karen, Johnny sent me an article about this guy. And one of the it's a very long article. I didn't finish reading it, but one of the bulletins was saying that Trump was thinking about giving him and others a pardon because they've committed crimes on his behalf. So I was looking at the letter, to see if this would be the pardon. And it's surrounded by really, really, really good cards. And when I followed the chain, hold on, did I follow the chain on letter? No, I did not. Letter to crossroads, to mice, to heart, scythe, dog, storks, lilies, bear, sun, stars, book, child, coffin. Let me follow this around, because this is it's got me scratching my head now that hold on. So it goes 27 to 22 to 23, 24, 10, 18, 17, 30, 15, 31, 16, 26. I would say yes, he will give a pardon from some devious behavior, but the bear there tells me a control freak person. If he gives pardons, there could be more exposure of himself and any misdoings. Because this is looking like... No, the question is, does he already have a pardon? Because if he does, it shows up here ahead. September, October, November, like around December, it shows up here. If I read this as a pardon and I box this in, well, if I look at it this way, it gets him off the hook, because it's followed by storks. If I box it in, it says that there's problems with it. It causes problems this way. Let me finish this chain, Karen, because this is, now I'm scratching my head here. 26, 13, 8, 9, 25, 4, 3, 28, 2, 32, 32. Where's 32? 16, 15, 14. 1, 5. Let me see, 5, 1, 2, 3, okay, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 36. Sorry, guys, I'm not looking at the chat right now because I'm kind of trying to follow this ridiculously long chain. 29, 34, 27. Okay, man, that's a long chain. So Johnny is saying that they did not issue the pardons, but you guys... Let me see. Yes, I'd reached that as a pardon as its letter, which is written information. Yeah. Oh, here. Okay, Johnny's replying here. President Trump has prepared a sweeping list of individuals he's hoping to pardon in the final days of his administration that includes senior White House officials. Preemptive pardons are under discussion for top White House officials who have not been charged. Hold on, I got to read this article from Johnny. Who have not been charged and then it goes and says, Chief of Staff Mark Meadows. The House Counsel Cipollone reportedly something Meadows that such pardons would something of and quite possibly constitute obstruction of justice. Look at the questions I had written here that I wanted to ask this tableau. Will DOJ investigate Mark Meadows for conspiracy? Will DOJ investigate Mark Meadows for obstructing an official proceeding? Will they investigate him for RICO? Will he be investigated for violating the Hatch Act? Will he be investigated for seditious conspiracy? And then the results of all of that. And this one here is saying the article that Johnny just sent me says that it would constitute obstruction of justice. And many of the lawyers would resign en masse. And something to hold a news conference to resign and publicly announce their strong objections. Friday, February 11th, 2021, Meadows claims on the Ingram angle that President Trump took immediate action on January 6th. Meadows claims we took immediate action and tells viewers that Trump wanted our National Guard to be on the ready for any civil unrest that might be there. So according to this article that's in that one that I pinned here in the live chat that Johnny sent me, I also put it on my community page. It looks like they didn't because the lawyers decided this is going to get you into more shit than it's going to, is going to get you even to bigger problems. Thank you, Johnny. And I think Karen had helped answer that question earlier in the chat room. She said, to reiterate, I would say yes, he will give a pardon for some devious behavior, which is here. But the bearer here tells me a control freak person. If he gives the pardon, there could be more exposure of himself. Bear lands on Sun. There could be more exposure of himself and any other wrongdoings and misdeeds. Okay. Well, thank you, Karen, for helping me out there. Thank you so much. And legal issues. I see legal issues here with Whip sitting on. Whip sits on tower, but above it, he's got mountain obstruction. But it's far from here, but it's still. And then here's the people with the weapons again. And here's the insurrection down here. Successful election. Election was stolen. This sits on mice. Overthrowing government with storks and tower here. Is he linked to that? Hold on. Let me see if I can answer my own questions on the tableau. Okay. Conspiracy. Conspiracy, conspiracy, conspiracy. Where's my mice? Mice is sitting on heart. I would need to look at these two. Conspiracy, yes. An agreement that is small to steal something. And that was something that was solidified within the network of the entourage people. Conspiracy, I would say yes, it's supported here. Obstruction of an official proceeding. There's the obstruction. Whip sits on tower. Tower's down here. A project to obstruct here. There's the government down here with tower and cross. Yes, because key is right above it. Okay, so obstruction of a legal proceeding, yes. Conspiracy, yes. Rico, 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 Rico. I would look at these. Whip, something that has a pattern. Abusive, chronic, repetitive. It sits on tower, which is legal. Abusing business here. Very broad here with stars, widespread, like casting a wide net. And then tree. It's what's the word I'm looking for? Why can't I think? Solid. So Rico, because it's a network of people. I'm having a hard time with that one. That one I'm having a very hard time with for Rico. I mean, I can see it here. Delaying the official proceedings and being found guilty because he had the knowledge and they all worked on it. I'm iffy on that one. I'm iffy on the Rico. I'm real iffy on that one. Shit. There's a big, if I'm looking at Rico here, knight it down here to tower, look at these corners. He's not, if they get him on Rico or charge him with Rico, if he's transferred over, if they transfer him to the Department of Justice or the courts here for Rico, he doesn't win. He's got whip, snake, tower, and cross on those corners. He doesn't win, and it shows a transfer there. A referral here. Nope. Nope. It's like he's transferred over there and he doesn't win that one. He's got problems. Let me see. Violation of the Hatch Act. Hatch. I would look here because it's like a hatch, right? A hatch kind of cuts things. Hatch, big lie, a problem. There's a possibility of that one too. Seditious conspiracy. Well, there's the overthrowing of the government here with Storks and Tower. Follow it up. Follow it up. Follow it up. Okay. Hold on. Here's conspiracy this way. And then here's the overthrowing of government. Okay, I'm stuck. Racketeering. Let me look that up, Marie. Hold on. Because for some reason, I always think of whip as racketeering. Because whip also has to do with physical activity. So when I think of racketeering, I think of like playing tennis. I know that sounds really dumb and stupid, but it's a physical activity. Do you see what I'm saying? Racketeering is a genre of organized crime in which the perpetrators set up a coercive, fraudulent, extortionary, or otherwise illegal coordinated scheme or operation to repeatedly and consistently collect money or other profit. Whoo-wee! Let me see here. Nope, images. Racketeering. Well, there's all this shit ton of money down here in business ventures. I don't know why when I think racketeering, I think of like playing tennis because it's a tennis racket, right? Or am I making stuff up in my head? Let me see. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to look up a tennis racket. Hold on. Unless I'm confusing my Spanish with my English. Hold on. Tennis racket. Yeah. A tennis racket. I mean, okay, racketeering. Jesus Christ, this guy is fucked. This way. Seditious conspiracy. I see the sedition and the insurrection here. Let me see if I can get it down. With these two. But the conspiracy I see up here with these. I don't know about seditious conspiracy. I see obstruction of a legal proceeding here because they're obstructing and fighting with these people. I see the RICO here. The hatch here. Seditious conspiracy, it's hard. And then election fraud would be here because you have the snake before letter, fraudulent, bad mail. Letter sits on crossroads. Crossroads is right behind it in mice there. And it was had through meetings to make an agreement for the elections here with the network. But what sits between is the fraud. So I'm wondering where I can look. I see conspiracy, blocking the procedures, RICO, hatch. Seditious conspiracy, I don't. And then there's another one possibly for election fraud, because if I look at these, he visited writer. hold on, let me move this up. Writer is visitor. Birds, meeting. Crossroads, election. Snake, lies. Visited to talk and discuss election, lies this way. And then this right here, it's a bad election, bad choices. So they could have him on election fraud simply because he may have traveled and spoken with or was on the phone with or met with somebody about elections with these four corners here, if that makes sense. I wonder, where would I look to see how many charges, though, to get a roundabout? Where would I look to see how many charges? Where would I look? Where would I look to see how many charges he gets charged with? Charges. Where would charges be? The book or letter for the charges that he could be facing in court, Karen? Yeah, the tower scene. Yeah, tower, but tower sits down here because, yeah, that would be my courthouse. But I'm trying, is it possible to see, is it possible, Karen, is it possible to see how many charges he would be facing in court? Because it shows here that he's going to have some serious legal issues. He's going to be fighting it out in court. I'm just trying to figure out how many charges he has to fight. If I look at book sits on child. So small charges, I mean, it couldn't possibly be 13 charges, right? Letter is sitting on crossroads. Crossroads is double, so maybe 2. But it's looking... Couldn't... Book is 26. Letter is 27, Marie. There's no way he's going to bust it on 26 charges or 27 charges. Because here, Karen, book lands in the same row as tower. And book sits on child. Child is number 13. Small amount of yeah, it's a small amount of charges. Small amount. Could it be like 4? 4 charges? 4 charges about? Because this sits on 13, which would be 4. That would be a small number. It's not like it's 26. Yeah, 4. And I've identified the possibility of, let me see, conspiracy here with mice sitting on house in agreement with the entourage. Mice sits on heart, something that they desire to steal. Child sits on coffin, and tree sits on garden. So I looked at these for conspiracy, because that's the only way I can get these two to talk. So I looked at this. For conspiracy. So that's 1. Obstructing an illegal, obstructing an official proceeding. Well, there's mountain, sits on whip. Whip is right below it on tower. Fighting physical fighting with weapons at an institution or government to obstruct. So I identified that one. That's 2. RICO is racketeering. And that one I had a little bit of trouble with, Karen, but I was looking at this for racketeering. Because racketeering, let me give you the proper definition because I forgot it. Hold on. Let me go back over here. Racketeering is a genre of organized crime in which the perpetrators set up a coercive, fraudulent, extortionary, or otherwise illegal coordinated scheme of operation to repeatedly or consistently collect money or profit. Well, here's the abuse. So this would be the racketeering here, correct, Karen? Yeah, the many. And those many charges as well. It's organized crime. So that would be 3. And then I was looking at the Hatch Act, which the Hatch Act, let me see what that says here. The proper definition, an act to prevent pernicious political activities is a United States federal law. Its main provision prohibits civil service employees in the executive branch of the federal government, except the president and the vice president, from engaging in forms of political activity. So I was looking at this for the Hatch. And it goes scythe to snake to tower for the Hatch, to see if he could be charged with that. But I'm missing a card here. But it still shows that he was an employee at the time or worked there, because it's scythe on dog, snake on mountain, and then tower on anchor. But it's got key above it, so that could be a yes. And then the only 4th one that I think I've located would be election fraud, because of a phone call visiting to meet with someone in regards to the elections and make it a lie, create a problem here. And then that line goes straight down here to tower. So I think if I'm interpreting this correctly, I'm identifying possibly 4. If we go with what Karen is saying, to look at book for the charges. Book sits on child, which is number 13, reduced. 1 + 3 = 4. So I think we've identified 4 charges: conspiracy, obstruction of an illegal proceeding, RICO, election fraud. The Hatch, it's hard because it goes like this. I'm missing something here. That looks a little bit more difficult. This one looks more certain. This one here for the election fraud looks more certain, and it falls in line with this, with the tower, which would be the court. And then there's a letter, could be referral, I think. Letter sits on crossroads. But if that's the case, then the referral comes in September, October, November, around December, maybe closer to winter, perhaps. Because if I look at it this way, it could come this way in December. Let me see. August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, or May. Or May. Where would it? December or May? Writer sits on tree. Writer sits on tree. Tree is number 5. That's May. So maybe the news of the referral does come in May or around that time, because Anchor sits here. Anchor is a lot slower. Anchor is much, much slower. And this says change of seasons. And this would be December. Here it says change of season. So maybe around December is when it gets referred to DOJ, and then the shit hits the fan. I'm getting myself confused here with time. Hold on. Four. Let me write this down. Let me see. See, number 26 in house 13 equals 4. So I'm writing myself notes here. Conspiracy. Number 2, obstruction of legal proceeding. RICO. And the 4th one was election fraud, right? Election fraud. Now, I'm wondering, I'm wondering if that small stuff becomes dwindled and becomes even smaller and ends up with 2. Like they combine it and end up being 2. Because this sits on child. Child is up here. Exposure and success, but then they take away. And it poops out this. So this is small, successful, take it away, and get you a little bit of a win. See what I'm saying? So it's like if they have them on 4, they could possibly combine them or dwindle it down and get 2. Because that election fraud is clear as day with these 2. And then RICO's clear as day here, which would be part of the conspiracy here. If they just take away conspiracy and put it under RICO, because RICO itself is a conspiracy. if I follow book to child and then read this row here. Like the 4 would be good, but take away and make it 2. I don't know. I have a damn headache and I've been on for like over 3 hours. But I have my notes. I want to thank Johnny and Karen so much for helping me out with this one, because this one was a freaking bear. It's hard. It's hard with all these damn criminals running around all over the place. It's hard. I also did Spanky. I threw his yesterday. This one I could see stuff a little bit more clearly. And I wrote the same questions here. Will DOJ investigate 45 for conspiracy? Will they investigate him for obstruction of justice? RICO, violation of the Hatch Act, inciting an insurrection, seditious conspiracy, and then the outcome of all of those. Oh, also, I forgot to tell you, since we're looking at this as the courts and law, because it is the institution, it looks like homeboy may get a little invitation to sit before a court of many, grand jury, where there may be a woman there that is stuck there. So they're and this garden sits below this, so the referral, and then it goes here to a large body of people that take a lot of responsibility. They're burdened in making decisions. So if I follow this as referral, it looks like there's a possibility for a referral where it goes to court with many people. So like a grand jury. So my head hurts. I want to thank Johnny so much for sending me that article. Johnny, I put it on the community page for anybody that's interested in reading it. It looks like it's quite lengthy. But that really did help me out, because I started getting off into the weeds there. I want to thank Karen so much for being so kind to help me out with the reading. I can still sit here and pick at this for a while longer if I had more questions. But like I said, after looking at this, it could be 4, but if I follow it, it looks like they take that away and make it 2. Like they take stuff away and make it 2, like they lump it in together, because where does this sit? Sits on moon. Sits on moon. Oh, wait, I'm looking at the wrong tableau. Hold on. This sits on moon. Moon sits on Fox. Yep, it looks like they could be more successful with taking it away and making it 2 and delivering it here. Boom. Straight to the court before a court with many people, with an audience here, or a large body of people. I have a headache. Spankies I did as well. I still got to do that Jeffrey Clark guy. That's the guy that was circulating the letter to overturn the elections that was shot down by DOJ. I haven't done his yet. As you can see, his chart is empty. I did Spanky's yesterday. Each column is looking like it's about 52 days each. This one was really clear for me to see it. This one wasn't as hard as Meadows is for some reason. It was a lot more easier to tell. Let's see who else. That Jeffrey Clark guy. There's Mark Meadows. Paul Gozar, I would like to look at him. I haven't thrown his yet. As you can see, it's an empty chart. Ron Johnson is also an empty chart. So I'll try to get to those. Hopefully sometime this week. I won't be on tomorrow. I believe Johnny may have something going on. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember. I have some family stuff to do tomorrow, so I will not be on in the evening. But Sunday, we have the Sunday night reads. I believe we're back on Jenny's channel this week. So please go on Johnny's community page, Jenny's community page, or my community page. When you see us post the question, we do it every Saturday for questions for Sunday. So please make sure to keep an eye out for that. I know that YouTube kind of sucks about sending out notifications quite a bit. So just a little heads up. I want to say thank you to everybody who was so kind to hang out for over 3 hours and put up with me. And a huge thanks to Karen and Johnny. You guys are amazing. Thank you to everybody who super chatted. And I hope I didn't keep you all too late, because I know it's pretty damn late back over on the East Coast. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Big hugs to you, Karen. Can you let me know when you're available, Karen, so we can do a video? If you're up for it. If not, it's totally cool. I'm going to be busy this weekend, doing family stuff tomorrow, and then our Sunday night reads with Johnny and Jenny on Sunday. But let me know what your schedule is like, because I would really like to get together with you and do some tea readings and all that stuff. Let me know if you're cool with that. And a big, huge thanks to everybody again. Okay, Karen, thank you so much for all your help. So greatly appreciated. And I'm going to sign off now, you guys. And I'm going to go to bed. You guys are in hard lockdown again? Dear God. Yeah, we got that Delta variant over here just running rampant, Karen. It's insane. It's insane. It's insane. Okay, you guys, I'm really going to get off now. All right. I'll see you guys next time. You guys have a lovely evening. Good night. Bye-bye.